Well, hey friends, good afternoon. Welcome back to What of You Mountain. Another house project we're going to work on today. Not something that's super urgent for us to do, but you know, one project leads to another project leads to another project. So we just finished up the deck. Now, of course, I have tons of wood left over. We're running out of space in the garage, even though we put the shelves in, we got everything organized. But now we have all this extra wood left over. So I need somewhere to put it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to build some storage above the garage door. It'll all make sense here in a minute. I know I always say that, and usually it does. So let's take a look. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming back. If you're coming back, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit like and subscribe down at the bottom. Turn the little bell icon on so you know when we post new videos, and you can follow along on our journey as we transition from suburban living, where we are now, up to our dream on What of You Mountain and building our log cabin. So stick around, let's see what we can get done today. Okay, so as you can see, we have this kind of wasted space up here above this roller for the garage door. So what we're going to do is, I have a bunch of leftover 2x4s from a previous project. Maybe you remember the janky-legged sawhorses that I made that exploded. Well, I still have a bunch of 2x4s left from those that exploded. So we're going to build a brace across here and bring it out, and then we can utilize this space up here for the storage of the wood and whatever else is going to fit up there. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to identify the studs in this wall so I know where we need to put our screws so we get a good, nice, sturdy connection. So we'll go to method number 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure over from the wall. I don't know if this house was built with 12-inch on center studs or 16-inch on center studs. But we're going to go from this corner, and there's 12. Right here's 24. Right there is 24. And then I'm going to come over and find 32, because 16 times 16 is 32. So right about here should be the other one. And then what I'm going to do is, at the level that I'm going to put the bottom board, I'm going to take my drill and drill a couple holes. And you're probably thinking, really, you're going to drill 27 holes in the wall? Well, it's all going to be covered up with a 2x4 there anyhow. So let's try here at 12 inches first. Yep, I believe there's a stud there. We're going to try here at 16. So, very bizarre. There's a stud in both locations. So, what I'm going to do is keep measuring across so I can get a layout on the boards ahead of time, so I can just pre-drill for my screws, have my screws set. I'll bring it up here, I'll level it, and we'll put it in place. So the good news is there might be a stud that goes all the way along right here, because everywhere I drill, I'm hitting a stud. So that's a good problem to have. So we'll go ahead and get down. We already measured this, so I know it's about 8 feet. So I got my boards right down here. I'm just going to move this board over here. I'm going to measure it using my homemade station here, with the boards that I'm going to put up there. All right, so I'm going to measure this out, and we're right at 8 feet on this board. So, not on the ends, but I'm going to go about every 12 inches from here, and actually every 16 inches, and mark my, my line. So, 16 inches here. Go to 32, we're going to go here. Go to 48, we're going to go here. 64. Go to 80. And 96 is right at the end. So, I got those spots marked out. I'm just going to take the other drill. I'm going to drill some pilot holes Just I don't want to split this wood, so. And I'm going to take some 3-inch screws, and yes, I'm using exterior decking screws. 2 reasons. 1, I had them left over from the deck project, and 2, they're still cheaper than indoor 3-inch screws that had a torque head. So I'm just going to set these, get them started. So once I get up on the ladder, I can get it leveled and I can get it secured. Alright, now my screws are in place. Let's climb up on the ladder, grab it leveled, see what we can do. Alright, so I'm going to hand this board over to Sean. We're going to try to keep it level. And then we're going to put it actually right on the top. Alright, now we're going to check level. Nope, bring your hand up, Sean. More. Alright, right there. Drill that screw.
I gotta get up here so I can get some power behind it.
Okay, so now we got that first board in place. That's going to be our base board. We're going to measure out and see how far out we're going to make this shelf. So we're going to set 2x4s on top of that 2x. 26.5 inches is the longest one. Is the shortest one that I have. So that's what we're probably going to go with. 26.5 inches. So I know I'm going to put 2 screws right here at the end on this end, and the same thing on that end. So I'm just going to split it up here. And I'm going to do about every 2 feet. So at the 2-foot mark, at the 4-foot mark, at the 6-foot mark, I'm going to put those cross braces. So again, I'm going to drill a couple of holes. Just a couple pilot holes because I don't want everything to split on me as I'm screwing these together. Alright, then I'm going to take those 2.5-inch screws. I'm going to set those. Alright, now those are set. I'm going to set this on the somewhat level ground. And then I'm going to set out my 30-inch boards. And I'm going to tack these in place. So, just kind of lifting up on the end here to make sure it's flush, because this board's a little off of that board. as you can see, I didn't like that original configuration with the 2x4 going a long way. It just cut into our space up top too much. We only have 15 inches above that spring, so I wanted to maximize our space. So we went ahead and turned these sideways. I just did it all off camera because it's easier that way. So now we're going to lift this frame into place and get it screwed into where it needs to go. So we got that up there floating in place right now. Now we're going to put a beam across the top. I already measured out. Those are 24 inch on center, the joists in the ceiling. So this board's a little shorter, so I made some adjustments. I'm just going to drill my pilot holes here so we can get this guy hung up on the ceiling. One of the reasons we pre-drill. So if you do hit a knot, then I'm not very well. Hard work being this one. All right, get these ladders back in place.
About right here, you think?
Yep. And then we're going to use the level to help us so that we can get it straight above that. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to try to go.
Oh, I gotta go up another step.
Yes, you do.
Oh boy. This is not good.
All right. You just push up on that board.
Sure.
So now we're going to try to go level with this board.
Oh, that's not it.
No, that's not it. That's what we wanted.
Woo, we got one.
I didn't know it was going to be hot. But I guess I told you it's going to be hot. Let's see if these guys line up. Yep. Alright, well, this one is the only one. It's close. So now, we cut some boards about 17 inches. So, alright, we gotta hurry this up. It's hotter than Hades in here. Alright,
Have you ever
so
been to Hades?
17 inches is what we're looking for. We're gonna do 3 supports, kind of one there in the end, one in the middle, and one towards this end. So I'm just gonna use my speed square again. Gonna come right here to 17 inches. And I'm gonna make my mark.
Make your mark.
And you're gonna flip it over, put it on that same line, make my mark. Easy breezy and squeeze. Then I'm going to do the not preferred technique of just using my skill saw and the speed square. Sean, will you come over here and hold the other side of that one?
Sure, I'd be glad to.
Over there.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong side. I'm sorry. Beth just texted me. She's got to come and visit me in a little bit.
All right, so use my speed square as a marker for my line.
Figured out our safety stuff.
Yeah.
Glasses. This is what we're using?
Move it out of the way.
Huh, you said keep this
I
one.
said keep it. I didn't say put it on top of the other one. There's a difference between keep it and set it right there. Alright. Now I got my 3 bracket supports. Pre-drill some holes again. Alright, there we go. We'll go over here. One in the middle. I'm going to get my level. I'm going to come back to the middle. Alright, so now I got those cut. I got the screws already pre-drilled. Back to the level now. I know this is going to go here. I'm just going to go ahead and tack this in place. And then we're going to tack this guy in place. So we're not level there. This side is high. All right, now the $1 million question, is the garage door going to open? Let's see what happens. Nope. Ain't gonna happen. Let's pop those bottom screws out and move that up. See if that gives us a clearance. Garage door won't open.
Oh no.
Because the bottom of this is getting caught.
You just gonna lift that a little bit?
Yep.
I go in the house and everything's a disaster. What you need to do?
Okay. Alright, we're going to shoot for level again. We're going to have to cut the bottoms off of these. Which pains me a little, but that's okay. Could be worse. Alright, now for this next trick, definitely don't try this at home.
Oh gosh, are you really gonna do that?
There's only one way to do it. I want to get these screws out first, though.
I don't think that's very smart.
Well, how do you suggest we do it?
Take the boards off and come. One at a time. Take that one off on the right, trim it, hang it back up. Take the middle one off, trim it, hang it back up.
I got this.
All right, I am not going to the ER today.
These screws don't want to come out. Oh gosh.
Did it break?
No. I dropped the thing. I dropped this.
The bit?
Can you grab it for me?
Sure. Well, grab it for me.
Yeah. Trying to keep it G, baby. Trying to keep it G.
I wish you wouldn't do that.
I know.
I don't think it's very wise. Maybe.
Definitely not preferred technique.
Thank you, sweet baby.
We hit the garage door, let's see what happens.
Open it.
Yep. Be prepared to stop it though. Alright, well, I guess third time's a charm. There you got it.
Are you done?
We're done. Now all we gotta do is stack the boards.
Oh, I don't understand. Oh, they're gonna go this way?
Uh-huh.
I thought they were gonna go the other way. That's why I could not even figure that out. Let me turn it.
Okay, so as you can see, we got it finished. We had some struggles. As you saw, this board was down too low, so it wouldn't open. It's not a ton of space, but that's all we needed it for, was this right here. Nice and simple. Now, of course, if you have higher ceilings, you might be able to put storage containers or totes or something like that out there, but we don't have that much space here. All we were really doing this for was just this right here, just to get this wood and these PVC pipes and all this stuff out of the way. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around if you made it all the way to the end of the video. As always, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you know when we post new stuff. And as always, be safe.